Good morning, you listen to FloorDaily.net, and I'm Kemp Harr. This morning my guest is Doug Davis, the president of Artisan Design Group. Doug, how you doing?
Very good, Kemp. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. It's been a while since we've caught up. You've got some big news. Let's just cover that news real quick and then get in some background. You just announced in the last couple of weeks that ADG has bought 2 more flooring dealers. You bought Pacific Carpets in Huntington Beach, California, and Nonn's Flooring in Madison, Wisconsin. This is now with these 2 newest entities. That's 18 that you've pulled together into one group in the last 4 years, right?
Yes, sir.
Let's run through those real quick. This actually started with Larry Barr and Wayne Joseph came together. They had 2 companies, Floors Inc. and Malibu, both in Texas. They came together, and then, not in any order, I think this is somewhat alphabetical. Since then, you've added Arlen Floor Covering in Denver. You've added Atlanta West, Builders Wholesale in the Carolinas, Decor in the Carolinas, Dixie Carpet in Texas, Heritage in southern Florida, Image Flooring in the Denver, Inglewood area, J.R. McDade in Arizona, Kerman's in Indianapolis, Mark Craft Cabinets in the Carolinas and Tennessee, Metro in Nashville, Value Plus Flooring in Eagan, Minnesota, Vintage in California, WCCV in Peninsula, Ohio, and then these 2 Pacific and Nonn. So that is a lot. I think if you added it all together, your purchasing power now is well over $1 billion, right?
Yes, sir, Kemp. Been very busy the last 4 years, approaching $1 billion in total revenue for the company, and not only just floor covering, but another interior finishes categories, as you mentioned, cabinets and countertops as well.
Yeah. There's something unique, too, I want to bring out is that you're not calling all these things ADG. Now, when you buy these things, they continue to hold their brand name in the local market, and the entrepreneur usually stays on. That's part of the business model, right?
Yes, sir. That's 100% our business model. You know, we buy great running businesses with great leadership and great entrepreneurs. I can't say enough about the organization as we built out these companies and just the willingness and the desire to continue to work and grow. And part of the value of ADG, Kemp, is we give a lot of our companies a lot of tools and technology so they can continue to grow their business and run their operations as they see fit, while they're also keeping their employees and entrepreneurs heavily involved in the local market.
A couple of questions I had for you. Most of these are also members of the FEI group. I know Pacific Carpets wasn't, and there's a couple more, right?
Yes, we obviously enjoy our relationship with FEI. With similar-minded businesses being in single-family and multifamily residential businesses. A couple other companies we've acquired that were not part of FEI will be Heritage down in Florida, as well as Vintage and Newwood out in California. So as we acquire these businesses, we bring them into the Floor Expo group along with all the other ADG entities.
But there is a common thread. Most, if not all, are focused in either the builder or multifamily business and what we'd call their residential contractors, right?
Yes, sir.
And as you said, it's not just flooring. Matter of fact, it says on your website that the mission is to be the preferred interior finish provider throughout all the markets, right?
Yes, sir. You know, as we've seen our customer base, not only from national to regional to local customers, ask for us to do additional things inside the home and bundle products. So we definitely see the value in our growth strategies as we grow across the country, but we also want to continue to add components to our business where we're doing flooring. We want to be able to bring in cabinets and countertops so that we can continue to be more of a desire for our customer base and provide them more opportunities for growth.
Mm-hmm. If you step back for a minute and you think, if you're 60 years old and you own a flooring contracting business and you don't have any relatives that want to continue the family business, this is a perfect option because you come in, you take controlling interest of the company, you allow the entrepreneur to continue to work there as long as they want to, and they don't have to worry about what happens 5 years from now, right?
Yeah, that's correct, Kemp. If you look at the 2 most recent acquisitions with both Pacific and Nonn, Pacific Carpets owned formerly by Clint Walker, very young, strong leader out in California. Very excited about getting to work with him and his team and learn more because they bring a lot to the table. Adam Nonn up in Wisconsin and in Florida, he's got a tremendous leadership team. Another young guy, very aggressive, very creative, and looking forward to bringing him into the ADG family as well, Kemp, so we can all continue to learn and provide better value for all of our businesses.
Doug, actually, that's the point I wanted to make. In these last 2, these aren't old guys. I mean, these are guys that have businesses that are growing on their own, okay? So you almost, wonder what the motivation was to be part of this group. Yeah, I guess there's no way to tell them. We probably should have got Adam to come on with us. By the way, Adam is one of our emerging leaders. He won the Floor Focus Emerging Leaders Award with us several years ago. So we identified him a long time ago as a flooring industry leader.
We see the same thing you saw, Kemp.
Maybe you've offered him a role that extends.
I think one of the things both Clinton and Adam both saw at ADG is they've grown their businesses. It's been that they've created a great culture inside their organizations. But what we help add is we bring those tools and technologies to them that gives them an ability to be able to go out and do some things that, for lack of better terms, couldn't probably do on their own without the backing of ADG. So we've been able to create that not only for these two acquisitions, but the other 16 as well. So the goal here is, continue to grow and buy and acquire great companies, but we also got to grow organically as well, and giving them those tools and resources to do so is something that I think not only Clint and Adam both saw, but I think the rest of our organization would repeat as well.
I would be remiss in not mentioning that we do a top 100 dealers list in our November issue, and we've got Artisan Design Group at number 6. At that point, we had you at $837 million worth of buying power. Obviously, that's dated information. As we mentioned at the beginning, you're now over $1 billion. And at number 6, I mean, you're right up there, with the likes of Home Depot, Floor and Decor, Interior Logic Group. Very big entity in the business. So where do you take this next?
Kemp, again, we still want to make sure that we bring to all of our entities the value that we told them we would bring to them when we acquired their businesses. So we really want to work very close and integrate them inside the ADG culture as much as we can while they continue to explore and grow their entrepreneurship in their local markets as well. Kemp, we've done a decent job in the last 12 to 18 months on greenfielding some locations that are just outside of our existing markets. So we're giving them the resources necessary to be able to do that, and they take their brand and take it to those marketplaces, whether it be through a customer relationship or wherever it may be, to help do some of those things. So we want to continue to, again, bring value to the organization, grow organically. We have a very aggressive M&A strategy. 2020 was a very unique year for everyone in the industry. We took the opportunity in 2020 to work with a third-party consulting firm to basically dig into our business, understand our business, see where we want to take it next, Kemp. But, our goal is to continue to grow in some of the white space areas that we're not, in both single-family and multifamily, and then as we mentioned earlier on the call, we want to continue to bring additional product categories to existing flooring markets where we're at currently for both single-family and multifamily. So believe it or not, there's a method to our madness. There's a very strategic plan that we've worked very closely with our leadership on. We're just going to continue to move forward the next several years in implementing our strategy and keep bringing value to all the ADG companies.
When you greenfield these things, what do you call them? You generally, the entities that you acquire use their brand names. What do you do when you greenfield one?
It depends on the geography, but recently Herman's, our business up in Indiana, we greenfielded a location up in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Just recently here in Atlanta West, we just greenfielded an operation in Birmingham, Alabama because of the likeness and customer base. And then we also recently greenfielded one of our multifamily relay brands, Dixie, up in the Denver, Colorado market. Our goal is to continue to do M&A and acquisition, but again, we feel like there's a strategy there as well as greenfielding some of the areas where we're not in certain categories.
All right, Doug. Congratulations on these most recent 2 acquisitions of 2 very successful companies, Pacific Carpets and Nonn Flooring. Again, we're talking to Doug Davis, who's president of Artisan Design Group, and you've listened to Kemp Harr and FloorDaily.net.